morning, everyone. So, today I'm going to try fasting as a non Muslim and documenting it here. So, the day starts really early for me at 5 a.m., which is not usually my wake up time. I'm struggling to get out of bed. As you can see, there's a big yawn. But lucky for me, I've prepped what I'm going to eat for breakfast last night, so this should be fairly quick. So getting out of bed and then straight into the kitchen, I have got two scrambled eggs. As you can look at the yolk, can we just take a moment to look at the yolk, just how rich and orangey yellow, it's just so beautiful. I'm gonna have that with also overnight oats, which is I got it from a meal plan which is called Diet Your Way, and they actually send me I guess in batches on what I'm going to eat for like a week. So I happen to have this breakfast overnight oats, which is chocolate and also banana. It was so delicious. Paired it with a croissant, and I love a buttery, flaky croissant in the morning to go with the scrambled eggs, and pair it with the fibers from oats and with oat milk cappuccino, which I made using Illy instant coffee. This was a really heavy meal, I have to be honest. It kept me full for a really long time, and I dare say I wasn't as hungry as I would throughout the rest of the day. So a few hours after that, I went back to bed, and now I'm getting ready for work. For today's look, I just want to keep it a bit soft, but also a little bit glamorous, a bit dressy, because I am participating in a company-wide Ramadan, I guess, break fast event, which will be happening as I show you in this video later on. I want to wear something modest, but at the same time representing my culture, which is a kurta. I got it from New Delhi. I'll show you later. It's a beautiful buttery yellow. I'm just going to keep it minimal, very modest and comfortable, more importantly, because if I'm going to do a fast and I, will be dehydrated, I will be hungry, and I just want to wear something that's comfortable and it just puts me in a better mood if I look good too, right? So I want to walk you through about the reasons on why I decided to, I guess, give fasting a go. Firstly, I've always been fascinated about the idea of Ramadan and also the fasting and the community spirit behind it, right? It's, of course, there's a spiritual element to it, there's a religion element to it, but there's also a lot of self-discipline, self-control, being true to your North Star and why you're doing it. And I wanted to experience the entirety of it. Committing myself to an intention at like 5 a.m. In this case is for me to, I guess I had a goal of, just trying to manage my cravings. Something as simple as that, right? I just wanted to remind myself throughout the day that I'm in it for the right reasons and just try to keep my mind focused on that. And boy, let me tell you, that was a challenge. Silencing my mind, I guess just disciplining my thoughts, that is an area that I definitely need to work on more. And I've learned that, I guess just from one day of fasting. That was my take-home message. Also, I work in a predominantly a Muslims heavy organization, so it was not easy finding the right support, people that would enable me to show up in my own ways. Of course, I have not fasted for most of my years of being alive, and this is actually my first time participating properly, and a lot of them actually welcomed me very warmly. Some of them even gave me the option of, do you want to just do like a food fast? You can drink water if you're hydrated. They were very encouraging, very welcoming, and very supportive, which I'm truly thankful for. I'm aware of my privilege that not many of us will actually get this opportunity to have a community that is so welcoming. So I'm very, very happy, and I do not have much to complain about here. In fact, I have nothing to complain about here. Now I'm doing a cat eye. I'm trying to, I guess, use my geometry, and just the precision of my eyeliner needs to be good here. The only time mathematics came into place, I guess. Okay, going back to my justifications. What else? So today is not the first day of Ramadan. I have been observing a lot of my best friends, a lot of my colleagues who have been doing this for like several weeks now. Ramadan happens for like a month, right? So this is probably week 2 or week 3 in, and I've decided that I'm comfortable enough to give it a shot. And my best friends, actually, a majority of them are also Muslims. So I've talked to them. I've tried to understand them. What are the challenges that you face, and how can I perhaps show up being prepared? And all of them were actually very supportive. They shared some of their tips. For example, right, let me just tell you what I've learned. Adding sea salt to your water, Celtic salt is what they call it. I guess it adds to some kind of a water retention to your body. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is this kind of little tips and tricks helps you, I guess, manage your water pangs or even hunger pangs a lot better. And also drinking with, what's the word? Kurma, buah kurma is what they call it in Malay. For some reason, it's not coming to me in English. But anyway, buah kurma has a lot of fiber content, which is also what the Nabi Muhammad had before he broke his fast, and hence why it's recommended to have it with your meal. So I actually went out and bought like a box of a box of buah kurma just for this Ramadan. I also find it very healthy. It's also good for pre-workout. It's multi-versatile. It's great. Okay, so that is my justification. Let's come back to a little bit about my look. I've completed my my eye look. I'm going to my face right now. I love using NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. That's what I'm using as a base. And of course, there's a very famous influencer called Katie Jane Hughes who talked about priming, which is what I was doing at the back of my hands, layering the foundation and then just priming my brush with it. You just go over it and, make sure that the product is evenly blended throughout the brush, and then you swipe it across your face. You get like a beautiful finish, not patchy, and it just I guess gives you like a nice coat and finishing across your whole face. So there's really not much foundation that is even needed for using this technique. I just want to put that out there. I've been trying this method for several months actually, and I think this works better compared to using a beauty blender or even like applying it on my fingertips and then applying it on my face. This method seems to work the best. Right after that, I'm setting it with a makeup setting spray. I'm using Intuit. You can use any makeup spray really. I'm on a budget, so I'm using drugstore friendly products. Please excuse me. And then right after that, I'm probably, just doing lip balm. Oh, no, it's not lip balm. It's actually Huda Beauty Bombshell Liquid Liquid Lipstick. I'm using it because, firstly, it's long-lasting. And I don't have to reapply or touch up my lipstick throughout the day. And I'm going to be fasting anyway, so I probably won't be needing it. I use it as a base. And then on top of it, I'll be using like a MAC, what's the word? MAC... I can't remember it, but I'm going to be using a MAC lipstick on top of that as well. Now I'm just lining my lip using this looks like cork. Yeah, this is cork. So I'm voice overing this video, so please, hence you may notice that I don't actually capture everything originally. I'm learning as I go, please be kind, but that's where I'm at. My makeup is almost done and I'll be heading to work shortly. So that actually gives me a lot of time to start reflecting and setting my intention for the day. And I have to admit, probably at this point, I'm already feeling a bit thirsty from the coffee. It does dehydrate me. Yeah, so you see, okay, I'm sorry, I'm jumping here, but that's the lipstick that I'm using, which gives me a beautiful salmon-y peach finish. I can't remember the name of the lipstick, but if you want to know, let me know. Drop it in the comments. I will make sure I dig that up and share it with you lately. Yep, so now we move on to blush. I'm using Revlon. I got it in KLIA 2 before flying off to one of my best friend's wedding. I was a bridesmaid and I did not have a blush, and I saw this beautiful peachy color which blends so beautifully on my skin tone at Watson's in KLIA 2, and I just got it on a whim. If I'm not wrong, it was about 62 ringgit, thereabouts. It was not the cheapest in the market, but look at that finish. Gives me a beautiful glow, just enough like to show that I'm blushed and I'm awake, but not too much. So that is if I'm not wrong, that must be the end of the makeup. I'll do one more round of setting spray and I should get changed. That should be if I'm not wrong. Let's see. My hair is situation. We gotta get to my hair later. Yeah. I'm so sorry that I'm not entirely sure what to speak during some of the gaps. YouTube is new to me and I'm figuring out as I go. So yes, this is what I'm talking about. That's the kurta that I got from New Delhi. It's a chicken curry material, beautiful sewing, intricate details, and needless to say, it takes a lot of upkeeping, maintenance. I don't put it in the washing machine, I put it to dry clean. So I'm wearing that, a pair of earrings that I got many years ago, and that's me at work. This is midday. I'm already feeling a bit oily, greasy, and as you can see from my mood, I'm dehydrated, and I'm also feeling a little, I don't know, sleepy, groggy. I'm trying to stand. So I have a habit at work when I'm, I guess, just bored, or if I've been sitting for too long, I tend to stand up. For what reasons? Just to stretch out, just to relax my muscles. So this is closer to iftar. Yes, we've arrived at the venue and I popped into the washroom just to get a quick check on the makeup. Still looking cute. And now it's iftar time. Okay, this is everything that I took. I'm gonna zoom in just to give you a close-up on everything I decided to try. Starting off in the middle is lontong with ketupat and also a bit of chicken floss on the side. Now I've also got some gado-gado. I mostly took radish, and then there's a sotong salad followed by chicken salad, and there's also mango kerabu mango, sorry about that, and there is otak. So a lot of salads. I wanted to keep my meal as fibrous as possible. So yeah, that's basically it. So I'm back home. It's almost 9:30 and this is how I look. Pretty oily and greasy.